Good morning. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patera here. We're out working and doing all of our morning chores. And it's a super duper busy day because we're adding busy chores, extra chores before all this rain starts to hit, which we need, but nonetheless. I want to show you our broody hens. I want to talk about real quick why I think, and I'm going to say this with boldness, I think the broody hen is the most important farm animal on your homestead. We can argue all day long about different breeds of chickens. We can talk about different types of animals and all their importance that works for today's sustainability, and in the future. But the broody hen, young and old, value those girls because they continue with minimal effort on your part to bring forth some of the most important life on your homestead. So we're going to show you some of our broody hens. I'm going to take you into the barn. And it's going to be chaotic. You're going to hear lots of noise, and beware, I have lots of roosters. So if you don't like to hear a rooster crow, you might want to pause this, you might want to silence the video. But so just always giving that warning there because we have lots of noise on the farm. Lots of things go on the homestead, but we have 4 broody hens. We had 5. I think one is broken, which is not surprising because it's an Ancona. Shocked to see her even go broody for a week. She went broody, and we were really surprised by that. I've kind of held my breath. She kept getting kicked off of her nest. It's an Ancona, which is pretty much like a leghorn, okay? So they're not even supposed to go broody to begin with. So that was just phenomenal to see all by itself, and she was doing a really good job. So we'll see how that how that holds. I've had to move some of my girls. I moved the first 3, which included the Ancona. She totally flipped out. So that she went back to where she was, which again, she kept getting kicked off. So nonetheless, that may not hold. So I'm down to 4, which is still really good. So I'm going to take you in there. I have 2 that are tag teaming. I have moved them with great success. I moved them into the silky stall inside of a large dog cage, okay? And yes, I know if we look awful, but this is what mornings look like here on the homestead. So I'm going to take you in there and I'm going to show you what they look like just real quickly because I don't like to disturb them very much, okay? So let's go in there and plug your ears. All right, guys, what you have here is tag team broody. I'm not going to lift her up. I don't want to disrupt her. This is one of my homegrown mixes, Easter Egg or Black Australorp mix. She is tag team broody with this girl over here, hey baby, who is one of my black copper Morans. They've gone broody before. Now, what happened is both of these girls went broody on the other side of the barn. And they laid by each other on separate eggs. This one is not as fierce as this one, okay? So this girl right here has all the eggs. Once I moved them over here, I actually separated the clutches and to see what would happen. They sat on them. Within 2 days, this girl has pulled all of the eggs under her. Every single one. Ooh, okay. Now, some of you are going to say, why does she not have any feathers on her back? Oh my. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's because the roosters like these girls, okay? And you can see that's purple up here. That's where I had sprayed her with Blue Coat, and I had hen saddles going. But guys, when it gets 90 degrees outside, I don't keep hen saddles on my girls. I'm sorry, way too hot, and they need to dust bathe like crazy. So, nonetheless, that's what's happening here. So I try to keep this clean. We are inside the silky stall where my banties are and my silkies. You can see right over here. They are not being disruptive of all these girls are much bigger than my silkies. The silkies stay away. And see, I'm interrupting them, so I'm going to back off. I don't want them to break any of the eggs. So we have 2 broodies in here. So far, so good. When she gets up, this one will sit for her. That's how the tag teams are working. So we're going to back off these 2 girls, and I'll go show you my other 2 broodies. I know it's loud, guys. Not a thing I can do about it. All right, guys, so to explain to you what you saw here, because I know it's difficult to hear in the barn. In brief, what you saw at first was 2 broody hens that I'm calling my tag team broodies. They went broody at the same time, within a day of each other, and they tagged up and teamed up together on separate eggs. They were doing such a good job. I like to test my broodies. Okay, just because you have somebody, I've learned the hard way that just because you have a hen go broody doesn't mean she's going to stick with it. I've had hens break broody within day 3. I've had hens break broody all the way up to day 16, and I had to rush the eggs into the incubator and totally hatch them out that way. So I like to give my hens a couple of days in their situation that they choose to kind of see if they're going to stick with it, because there's no sense in moving all the things around if they're not truly gone broody. So she's gone country, she's gone broody here, okay? But the tag team stuck with it over a week, so I moved them. I actually, like I told you before, I moved 3, and the Ancona totally flipped out. She was like not having it, so she went back. That sense has gone away. The last 2 that you saw that I did not speak in the video, one is a newer Rhode Island Red. She is on 3 eggs. She's doing a really good job. She is probably going to stick with it. And the other one is my older speckled Sussex. That girl's going on 3 years old, people. So again, that's what I'm trying to stress to you. A lot of people, when they get their birds, they cull them within 1 to 2 years. Well, okay, that's your business. But I will say that a lot of times my older hens are my best broodies. And probably on a standard situation in a lot of homesteads, I can tell you right now for a fact that Moran and that speckled Sussex probably would have been culled by now, just by age. I don't do that. We're not forced in a situation where we have to do anything like that, so I definitely choose not to. And I'm finding that a lot of my older hens are my best broodies. One of my oldest hens has been one of my best broodies, and she's 5 years old now. So nonetheless, I just wanted to show you what broodies look like. You have to accommodate them separately and as individuals. No 2 pregnant women are the same. No 2 broodies are the same. Some can be moved much easier than others. Some just ain't having it. So you have to work with it and pray that it works, okay? But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people think that just because you get chickens, you're going to get broodies. Just because you get a certain breed that tends to go broody. I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of Buff Orpingtons, and I've only had 2 that have gone broody so far. Now, that may not be your situation, but what I'm stressing is when you have one that goes broody, you might want to keep her around. She might be a really good hen for you in the future. So think that over. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. Again, I always apologize for the noise. I know from time to time people are like, those roosters, guys. Can't do a thing about those roosters. That's their home. And nobody's going to tell me to shut up in my home, and we're not going to make them shut up in theirs. So, hope you learned something. Hope you liked the video. Hope you're doing well. Hope the summer's going great for you. We will talk to you soon. Like and subscribe if you like the video. We'll see how all these broodies pan out. Pray for them. It's always a fun deal and such a great learning experience for your kids. Let them see that. We'll talk to you soon.